December 1917. America's war effort faces crisis. Despite factories producing and ships waiting, competing railroads create a bottleneck that endangers the entire Allied cause. Treasury Secretary McAdoo witnesses the paralysis firsthand. Railroad companies operate independently, refusing to coordinate even for critical war supplies. The factories are delivering, ships are waiting, but railroads are strangling us, McAdoo reports to President Wilson. This cannot continue if we hope to win. December 1917. America's war effort faces crisis. Despite factories producing and ships waiting, competing railroads create a bottleneck that endangers the entire Allied cause. Treasury Secretary McAdoo witnesses the paralysis firsthand. Railroad companies operate independently, refusing to coordinate even for critical war supplies. The factories are delivering, ships are waiting, but railroads are strangling us, McAdoo reports to President Wilson. This cannot continue if we hope to win. 2 days later, McAdoo announces the United States Railroad Administration. For the first time, America's 250,000 miles of rail will operate as one system. As of noon today, the government has assumed control of the nation's railroads, McAdoo declares. Our railroads must serve one master only: victory. Public reaction reveals America's divisions. Military leaders express relief. Railway workers show cautious optimism, while railroad executives respond with barely concealed outrage. In luxurious boardrooms, powerful railroad executives plot resistance to government control, viewing nationalization as an attack on private enterprise itself. This is nothing short of confiscation, declares Jerome Matthews, a prominent railroad president. The government will destroy decades of private enterprise within months. Though required to comply, many executives quietly resolve to obstruct the government's efforts. Nothing is more permanent than a temporary government program, Matthews warns. McAdoo faces transforming 254,000 miles of competing railroads into one unified system, and doing it within weeks, not years. His first challenge, navigating a chaotic web of different gauge tracks, incompatible equipment, and competing schedules developed during decades of corporate competition. Emily Harriman, a brilliant mathematician, quickly proves invaluable. Her solutions to complex logistical problems earn her an unprecedented leadership position for a woman in 1918. Chicago's massive rail yard becomes the testing ground for federal management, as competing railroads are forced to coordinate for the first time. Samuel Walker, a veteran engineer, exemplifies worker resistance. "I've been running locomotives for 30 years. I don't need Washington bureaucrats telling me how." When urgent troop movements require immediate action, Walker reluctantly follows new procedures and witnesses firsthand how coordination improves efficiency, planting doubt in his opposition. Nature delivers the first test when severe winter storms strand dozens of trains in the Appalachians, threatening critical supply lines. Emily implements a rational priority system. Military supplies, then coal for heating, then food, she directs. Luxury travel comes last during wartime. In the mountains, Walker leads a unified snow-clearing operation with crews from competing railroads. Their different uniforms matter less, as shared purpose builds unexpected camaraderie. As men depart for war, women enter railroad work in unprecedented numbers, trained to become dispatchers, clerks, and even track workers. "They'll say we can't do this work," Emily tells female recruits. "Your competence will be your response." Their determined faces reflect both opportunity and responsibility. Within months, women master complex railway operations previously considered beyond their capabilities. A female conductor calling "all aboard" symbolizes transformation extending beyond railroads. McAdoo confronts staggering pre-nationalization inefficiency. over 2,000 locomotive designs and 40 coal car types, creating maintenance nightmares. Walker's expertise proves valuable in developing standardized designs. His initial skepticism yields to approval. These will work. They're not fancy, but they're practical. When executives protest losing distinctive corporate styling, McAdoo is unmoved. We're not in the business of corporate identity now. We're winning a war, the USRA's first major achievement, transforming troop movement to Europe from chaos into precision, with trains arriving at ports in perfect sequence with waiting ships. Each division needs 25 trains, explains Lieutenant Collins. Before nationalization, we couldn't move a regiment without confusion. Emily's precision scheduling changes everything. As Walker brings another troop train into perfect position, the system's success becomes undeniable. Young soldiers' faces remind everyone of the human stakes involved. In Congress, McAdoo defends rising costs. Yes, we're running at a deficit. We've prioritized military movements over profitable passenger routes. When accused of financial failure, McAdoo responds firmly. We're measuring success in soldiers transported and battles won, not dividends paid to shareholders. Privately, McAdoo confides his concern. They're judging a wartime emergency measure by peacetime financial standards. Political battles threaten operational success. For workers, nationalization brings standardized wages, 8-hour days, and improved safety. Benefits companies had long resisted, creating unprecedented union support. Walker, once skeptical, now addresses fellow workers. For the first time, I feel we're valued for our skill, not just worked until we break. Improved conditions create worker support for the USRA. As they compare standardized wages and safety regulations, many question whether private control serves their interests. Freed from corporate secrecy, railway innovation flourishes. Improvements in air brakes, signaling, and track design, blocked by competition, advance rapidly. Emily demonstrates a centralized traffic control system. One dispatcher can now manage dozens of trains over hundreds of miles. Walker's skepticism transforms to appreciation. This war is accelerating railway progress by decades, McAdoo observes. The question is whether we'll maintain this momentum when peace returns. In maintenance facilities, standardization's efficiency becomes visible. Locomotives from different companies receive identical service, eliminating wasteful duplication. Under private management, we'd never share these methods, Walker explains. Each company guarded its practices like state secrets. Now best practices spread system-wide. A young apprentice asks the crucial question: why did they keep things separate that work better together? Walker's thoughtful pause reveals his evolving perspective. When Spanish flu strikes America, the railroad system faces catastrophe as workers fall ill by thousands. Empty offices and unmanned switches threaten nationwide paralysis. Even McAdoo falls ill, directing emergency operations from his sickbed. Prioritize military routes and medical shipments. All other traffic is secondary until recovery. The crisis reveals system resilience. Emily coordinates skeleton crews while Walker, masked, volunteers for extra shifts delivering medical supplies to hard-hit communities. As victory approaches, executives press for immediate return of their companies. Your experiment has run its course, Matthews insists. Our shareholders are suffering. McAdoo counters with data. We're moving 15% more freight with 25% fewer cars than private control. Your efficiency was excess equipment sitting idle to avoid cooperation. Though defeated in the meeting, executives leave determined to win politically, regardless of operational results. Their Washington influence will ultimately prove decisive. When armistice news arrives November 11th, Spontaneous celebration erupts across USRA facilities. The system that moved America's army to victory has fulfilled its mission. Throughout the network, workers sound locomotive whistles in jubilation and post victory signs. The unified system that helped win the war shares in triumph. Emily's quiet question captures underlying uncertainty. Does this mean we go back to competing companies? Walker's weathered face shows understanding. Our biggest challenge is still coming. As transport ships carrying returning troops arrive at New York Harbor, the USRA faces a challenge as monumental as deployment, returning millions to their hometowns. Emily's innovative scheduling system proves its worth. We can get every soldier to their hometown, not just the nearest major city. Her routes reach America's smallest towns. Walker's locomotive, decorated with "Welcome Home" banners, leads the first ceremonial troop train inland. His whistle signals America's largest peacetime transportation operation. A devastating winter threatens coal supplies nationwide, testing whether the unified system responds to domestic crisis as effectively as military demands. Walker battles through blizzard conditions, his experienced hands guiding his locomotive through snowdrifts to reach communities facing freezing temperatures. Before nationalization, this town would have been at one company's mercy, Walker explains as coal arrives. Now they're a national priority. Human needs trump corporate boundaries. The battle over railroad's future intensifies in Congress. Railroad executives, union representatives, and USRA officials present competing visions for post-war transportation. McAdoo advocates a middle path. The lesson isn't that government should permanently operate railroads, but that national interest requires coordination beyond unrestricted competition. Emily and Walker watch as political forces, not operational results, determine their system's fate. The decision affects not just ownership, but thousands of railway workers. As private control becomes inevitable, McAdoo's team develops transition plans designed to preserve valuable innovations within a restored private system. Emily focuses on salvaging key efficiencies. If we maintain even half these improvements, the system will be dramatically better than before the war. Walker works to standardize maintenance. The companies will want their old ways, but workers have seen better methods. The challenge, preserving advances against corporate reversion. For women who proved their capabilities, peace brings displacement threats as returning soldiers reclaim positions and traditional gender roles reassert themselves. They're calling our essential work temporary duty now, a female dispatcher notes bitterly. Skills that kept transport functioning during crisis become emergency measures. Emily counsels strategic resistance. Document your efficiency records. Make yourselves indispensable through expertise they cannot easily replace. Many will lose positions regardless. President Wilson prepares for railroads' return to private hands. Though the USRA achieved its wartime objectives, political momentum for return to normalcy proves irresistible. History will show the Railroad Administration saved the Allied cause, Wilson acknowledges. But America isn't ready for permanent government operation of industry. The Transportation Act represents McAdoo's final effort to preserve coordination while returning financial control. This compromise preserves innovations while respecting private ownership. The once bustling headquarters empties as March 1st approaches. Workers pack files, remove emblems, and prepare to disband the organization that unified railroads for 26 months. Emily oversees the orderly transition, her professionalism intact despite the impending dissolution. Many female colleagues have already departed to domestic roles or lower positions. Was it worth it just to dismantle everything now? Walker asks. Emily responds, "We moved an army overseas. We brought them home. We showed what's possible with common purpose." March 1st, 1920. A ceremony at Union Station marks railroads' return to private control. Executives reclaim companies with satisfaction, while workers watch uncertainly. They'll undo some changes, Walker observes, but not all. You can't unknow efficiency once you've seen it work. Their expressions show acceptance of incomplete victory. Though the USRA vanishes, its legacy endures. Standardized equipment, consolidated terminals, improved labor practices, and USRA locomotives operating for decades. Reminders of how government intervention permanently transformed American transportation.